Hopefully the
Welcome
recording
back
didn't
to
catch my
another
one.
Froggy and Nick Follow Porcupine.
Welcome back to the Nick
Froggy
and
and Nick
Froggy
Follow
Follow Porcupine, the Nick
Porcupine.
and Froggy. I don't know how much more we have of the game. Normally I'd search up, like, see a percentage, but gosh, it feels like we've been playing this forever, huh?
Yeah, we have been playing this forever.
It feels even longer because, like, we had an enormous break between, like, the first part and the later parts because the game glitched, and so I just waited for them to patch the glitch, and then we started playing this again.
I don't remember what we were doing. Oh, we got kicked out
We
from
got
the
kicked out of
pub,
the
right?
wake, for Irma, because the
Right.
townsfolk hates doctors, I guess, and they
But
blame us
I
for her
don't
death.
know.
I don't know. What do you think, Frog?
I mean, people get angry when they're grieving. So I know like those two, like the frog guy and the other guy.
I
I
think
know
he's
they're
a
like
pig
jerks.
or a dog. He's one of those things.
Maybe he's a dog. Was he a bulldog?
Oh, he's a bulldog. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they're like total jerks, but like I kind of understand why everyone else was just like mad at us because they're grieving.
Yeah. It's just people grieve in different ways.
Yeah.
Oh man, that didn't go how I expected. Oh wait, it's E. It's been a while since I played this game. Looks like my cell phone had no reception at Gilbert's. Mia and Carl both tried to call me. it's a
Oh, it's another choice.
oh shit! It's a choice. We were with
Cool.
Carl last time, right?
What were we doing with Carl?
I don't remember, but I remember picking Carl last time.
Okay, it's Sumia then.
We gotta make it evensies. That way, maybe we can romance both of them by the end.
No, usually you don't get to romance either of them.
I assume
Hey,
it's
Finley.
I assume it's Mia because we're not speaking in the third person.
Yeah. Thanks for calling me back. I was worried when I saw you today. Are you okay?
Slightly worse, but you know. I'd be lying if I said I was.
Oh. I I don't know if it'll help, but I actually have plans for tonight. I think I need to get my mind off things, and I'm guessing you might want to as well. If you come along, we could help each other.
Just double checking, making sure I hit the record button. Okay, things are looking good. Things are looking good. Okay.
Okay. Pina will be there too.
Oh, it's the double girl? I bet Carl would have had no one with him or just some lame dude.
But it'll be bro to bro.
Screw Carl. Sure. Why not?
Cool.
Where are we meeting up? Your fancy house?
I just got off work.
I'm standing in the middle of the town square.
Perfect. I'm heading your way now. Let's meet at the hospital entrance, okay?
I feel like that's a longer walk for me than it is for you. Alright,
Yeah.
see you soon. Isn't Pina also at the wake?
I think so. Whatever, we'll see her there eventually.
You got any wise advice, Porcupine Man? I hope your evening went better than mine. Oh, Finley.
Does it give small town vibes?
It gives small town vibes, especially with the rumor mill. It's vicious in small towns, don't you know?
Yeah.
It's they say the good thing about small towns is that everyone knows each other, and the bad thing about small towns is, well, you know how the rest goes.
Everyone knows each other.
Unfortunately. Run,
I guess it
Finley.
really depends on who's in your town then.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if like the small town would kind of foster that kind of mentality, or if it's just the people who happen to live there is what creates that sort of culture. It's more of
Yeah,
a
I don't know.
nurture versus nature thing, but instead of like being raised by people, it's like a place.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's really snowy here. We are way past the fall of whatever.
It's the winter of Porcupine now.
Gotta be real careful. You don't want to slip on the ice. Die. Hey, Mia.
Is the funeral over already?
No, but it's over for us.
Dr. Krokowski told me you were there.
Sure was. There was an argument. People said it was my fault Irma died.
What?
I wanted to explain myself, but didn't get the chance.
That's so mean. It makes me so angry.
Yeah. Can we change the subject, maybe? Anything special going on in your life?
Well, today's my stage debut.
I didn't know you were stage anything. What do you mean?
I'm rehearsing with the Porcupine Amateur Dramatics Group for the first time.
The Pad G?
What's that? Want to come watch? I want to get used to having an audience.
Oh, is that why you're inviting Peanut too? Do I need to do anything?
Unless Peanut's part of the group too.
Oh, maybe.
Watch, listen, nod. And don't be too harsh a critic, hehe.
I can do that.
Yay, let's go! The rehearsal's taking place on the small stage in the park. Outside in the cold.
What? They've already set this up again? You know, I just walked by the park and it was completely dead-ass empty.
Yeah, they move when you have your back turned.
This is so stupid.
It's like magic.
They're like the freaking Boo Ghosts from Mario. They're invisible when I can't see them.
They just set up everything for you.
Sorry, game? I thought...
Is it not this way?
I guess we're taking the scenic route, even though I think the other way is a lot quicker. Unless they meant, like, this...
Is it a different park?
It could be. I mean, I know there's, like, an area by the school, but I thought that belonged to the school.
Well, school's public property, right?
Either that or, like, the game's glitched again. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen.
But it's been months. Why would it still be glitched?
Listen, there are games that have fully hit release into, like, store shelves with physical copies that still have bugs in them. You're never gonna find all of them, Frog. You're never gonna find all of them.
I guess, but, like, you should at least be able to finish the game without, you know, soft locking yourself.
Oh, there's, like, pretty... I mean, you obviously you'd have to do more convoluted stuff in other games, but there's tons of ways, even in, like, Nintendo games, that you could soft lock yourself. And you just force you to start a new file. It happens a ton in Pokemon and a lot of their Super Mario RPG games.
That sounds frustrating. I would just give up if I soft locked myself.
Oh.
Hey.
This looks cold as hell. Yeah. And also, where is everyone else?
Is it?
Oh, hey.
Oh no. There are more people here.
This still looks cold. That issue has not been solved.
Hey guys, I'm here to watch. You guys in the cold. Mia! I'm so glad you came. And you brought Finley with you too.
It's so weird. I saw you at the wake and you somehow teleported here.
Yes, I asked if you wanted to come.
But just to watch. I'm no thespian myself.
Watching? Nonsense.
Damn it, I knew we'd be pulled into this.
You're just in time. One of our members dropped out today. Caught a flu at the hibernation festival or something.
You realize what we're doing now is a great way to catch the flu.
Oh no. Can we still rehearse without them? Sure we can. You've brought the perfect replacement.
Ugh. But...
Oh yes, Finley. Please say you'll join in. I'm sure that's just what I need to feel more comfortable in my first role.
The guy who dropped out had better have been playing, like, tree number 3.
Do you see any props on the stage? I don't think so.
That's why we're the props, Frog.
No, we're not the props.
Alright.
Yay! Woo!
I was in theater group in elementary school. Yeah,
That
you
was
and
a long time ago.
I'm pretty sure everyone was in theater group in elementary school.
I don't even think there was a theater group in elementary school. You just got put in the play.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It wasn't like a volunteer thing.
Yeah.
But I might be a little rusty.
I remember... I don't remember, like, all the plays I've been in, but I distinctly remember playing Mrs. Claus. For a
You
play?
doing a production of Santa Claus or something?
I don't remember. Maybe it was Rudolph that we did a play of, but all I remember was that like I wanted to dress up like Mrs. Claus, and she's old, so I needed glasses.
Oh,
But I
sorry.
didn't.
Sorry, Frog. I didn't know old people. I didn't know glasses were an old people thing.
Well, I needed old lady
Froggy
glasses,
singer
okay?
glasses
And then I had a
reasons.
friend, and she had Harry Potter glasses, like the circle ones with the thick frames.
Believe
And she's
they.
like, "Yeah, I'll bring those from home." And she gave it to me. And then I remember the boy who was playing Mr. Claus just laughed his ass off at me.
I'd
He
laugh.
was like, "Oh my gosh, you're Harry Potter!" Ha 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 ha.
Harry Potter, but it's
And
not
then I
like.
wanted to beat him up. So that was my experience with the elementary school plays.
But it's not like Harry Potter only wore those specific set of glasses, and they weren't anything special. That like, oh, I know these glasses. These are the Harry Potter glasses. I guess it
Maybe it's
just.
because like my friend called them the Harry Potter glasses because she bought them as Harry Potter merch.
Well, I'm sure also back when we were wee lads and lasses, that was also at its height of popularity too. So maybe it was just
Yeah.
very recognizable with that.
I guess so.
Yeah, I don't really remember a lot of the plays that I was in, but I do know that my sister and pretty much her entire class has been involved with productions for a good long while now. They did a High
Oh
School
yeah?
Musical one. I remember watching that movie on the Disney Channel. I can't believe they actually did it, and I'm pretty sure none of the kids here that were actually acting in the play have ever seen that movie, but
Oh, they
cer-
have not?
certainly was interesting to see. Do you know how old
Well,
High
is it
School
good?
Musical is, Frog? Do you know how old that is?
It was like 20 years ago?
It's very old. It's uncomfortably old. Anyways,
But was the play any good though? Did it live up to the original?
it was a play that seemed like it got put on by middle schoolers.
Okay.
It was a play
Well
that I
then.
expected to come out in terms of
Okay,
quality
you're telling everyone
by
that it was a mediocre
middle school.
play.
What
It
am I
was
supposed to
terrible.
say? That they came from the Juilliard School of Acting?
You could have said that they were Broadway quality.
Broadway quality.
Deserving of the Emmys.
Maybe Broadway in like a back alley in Las Vegas. Anyways, what's the play? Will it even work with someone new in the role?
That's what's so great. We're an improv troupe. We give everyone a role at the start of the show, then just see what happens.
What's the point of practicing then?
So you can improv better. And tonight we've got something very special in store. A terrible crime that needs solving.
Am I the murdered guy?
Mwah!
I love being the murdered guy. All right, here we go.
Oh, I'm scared already.
You're telling me?
And you, Finley, are going to be our detective, the private eye.
That kind of sounds like the main role.
Why are you giving him the main role? The guy who was a little too tough for the police.
The guy who takes the rule book and then he throws it out the window. How hard-boiled.
Whoa. You're basically the referee. It'll be
Gret.
Gret?
I think it's supposed to be
Great
great. I
practice.
think they missed an A.
For the rest of the group.
Oh, okay. I hope I can pull this off.
I know you can. This is gonna be great. Is everyone ready?
Yep. I'm pumped. Is that the coffee guy?
Which one?
The fucking puffin all the way in the bottom right?
I don't remember what the coffee guy even looks like.
I think this is the coffee guy. I think he's still wearing his coffee outfit. He's got a little name tag and shit. Anyways.
Oh.
I'm already pumped, Let's go! Those three voices are not going to be very consistent.
It's okay, I gave him a long time ago. Alright, you've all been given a brief on your roles. Any questions?
Yeah, is mayonnaise an instrument? Oh, sorry.
Good. Folks, we've got 2 new additions today. So to celebrate, I've come up with something special. Listen up, everyone.
Get
We
your
open.
narrator voice on, Frog.
We open on an old hospital. It's 6 in the morning. There's a storm outside. Rain's coming down in buckets as, one by one, you enter the building. Shortly after the shift begins, we hear the chief physician's voice break into a horrifying scream. Oh, ah!
Nice improv, Mia.
Come
Oh, sorry.
on, you can do better than that.
Try again.
Let me feel your terror.
But don't let the mic feel your terror, otherwise you're gonna be
Yeah.
inaudible.
Everyone else will feel my terror.
You just cut out. It sounded
It
like
went too high.
and then it's yeah, there you go. Get that blood curdling. God, my leg. Sound like a witch.
Much better. A body has been found in the chief physician's office. But it's not just any body. It's the body of the chief physician's personal assistant.
Bum, bum, bum.
You gather in the break room. The fresh coffee is bubbling in the pot when the door flies open once more. The room strides none other than the city's most famous detective. Finley, that's your cue. His face is grave, his steps determined, and so the questioning begins. Finley, you just let me know when you're ready to give your verdict, okay?
Oh, so do we actually have to like cross-examine and try to suss out who the real murderer is?
I guess so.
Okay.
All right, folks. Let the interrogation begin.
All right, let's see if we can find some inconsistencies, poke some holes through their stories.
Okay.
You, Dogfish Man. I don't know how that could have happened. It was the chief physician. I'm sure of it. You've got to believe me. She would have done anything for him, but she swept that under the table. If he threatened her with it, she wouldn't hesitate to resort to such means. Anything to preserve her career. I did see her leaving the building last night, when I was just starting my night shift, but that doesn't mean anything at all.
I have no idea what the context is.
Where were you at the alleged time of the murder? And where were you at the time of the crime? Me? I was only here for a cigarette break.
Who are you?
I'd just gotten back from the night shift, and I was gonna go straight home after that. That's not a question. Did you notice anything unusual? Is there anything else that might be relevant besides your theories? Well, I don't know if it's really relevant, but before the PA started here, he worked at another hospital. But he was falsely accused of involuntary manslaughter, so they fired him. Can you imagine that?
Okay.
Do you suspect anyone? Well, I'm pretty sure they're pretty biased against the chief physician.
Yeah.
I told you! The chief physician, of course! Haven't you ever seen a detective drama? Fourth wall crumbling, fourth wall crumbling. I'll come back to you later. All
Talk
right.
to Pete.
Oh, man. I need a coffee. Talk to who?
Well, Pina. Talk to Pina.
No, that's when we have to turn in our verdict. She says, "Talk to me again when you have your verdict."
Okay, talk to Mia then.
Are you the chief physician?
I think so. You don't understand how awful it was. If it were just a dead body, I wouldn't have been so shocked.
That's pretty hardcore, Mia.
I've seen more than a few of them over the course of my career. But in my office? Before my third cup of coffee?
What do you mean your third cup of coffee?
What's the world coming to?
Maybe you should try caffeine patches.
How am I doing, Finley? Am I convincing?
You're doing great, but you need to stay in character.
Oh, yeah. Oopsie.
I'd like to ask you about the incident.
Yes, of course. I think we all went to get the. I think we all want to get to the bottom of this. And as soon as possible, too.
Where were you at the time of? I'm just gonna do the line. Oh no, he didn't. He didn't do the
Oh, he
line.
didn't-
That's so weird. He did it for the other guy. Where were you at the time of the murder?
I'm busy, so keep it short.
Very well. I'll be brief. Where were you when the incident happened?
I wasn't in the building at the time of the incident. I'd already left. Early yesterday evening. I always try to get here as early as possible as a rule. That way I can finish the day's work early too. Only today my car broke down, so I didn't arrive until the same time as the rest of the staff. The breakdown service took forever, but maybe that was lucky for me in the end. Otherwise, it could have been me lying here cold on the floor. Horrible! That does rule me out completely as a suspect, though.
I see. Did you notice anything unusual? Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just can't stop wondering why it had to happen in my office of all places, and how. The only person with a key besides me was my assistant,
Who's dead, by the way.
and we couldn't stand each other. I don't know what he was doing in my office. As far as I know, he was never in my office unless I was there too.
Why'd you hire him if you don't like him?
I know. His key was only for emergencies.
Oh.
If you ask me, it was the nurse anyway.
I thought it was going to be a thing where he asked another thing, because he eventually did it for the first one, but then they just skipped it. It's so inconsistent. I don't know whether I should talk or not.
I don't know.
Who is the nurse? Is the person on the left supposed to be the nurse?
I have no idea. My PA made some nursing cuts a few weeks ago, and I've heard nothing but complaints ever since.
Oh, that's basically a hospital, understaffed and overworked.
She also has a penchant for being unprofessionally emotional, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so the dog is a girl? Okay, I'll file that away. You can do that next time.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. There's more? Something about your statement makes me wonder. You told me earlier that you and your PA couldn't stand each other, correct?
That's correct.
Interesting. Especially as I've heard from various sources that the two of you got along very well. It's one other person.
One other person. We didn't talk to the other two yet.
It's just one person.
That is wild speculation. And anyway, it should make me even less of a suspect, if anything. True, I lied, but I only did it for the sake of my image. I don't want to be the kind of boss who's known for playing favorites, so I treat everyone the same.
What do you think of the ambulance driver, who is one of these two rest of the people, I guess?
I don't know who okay. I don't think I've ever talked to him.
Mia just said the same line twice.
Okay. I don't interact with most of the employees here on a regular basis.
Something tells me a lot of people picked Carl's route, because there's a couple of bugs with Mia's route.
Yeah. If you know what I mean.
I'll come back to you later.
Please hurry up.
Who are you? I said, who are you? It's really terrible what happened. I still can't believe it. I was even here when the crime took place, and I still couldn't do anything. What are you talking about? Where in the building were you at the time of the crime? I always come in extra early, because I like to work in peace before the hustle and bustle starts. So I sat in my office all morning, going through patient records. I haven't been here long. I was eager for a fresh start after my previous hospital.
You the PA, but the PA's dead, right?
PA's dead. They can't be the PA who got fired for involuntary manslaughter. Sorry, accused of involuntary manslaughter. I got along very well with everyone here, but I'm still trying to get up to speed.
Who are you?
You notice anything unusual? Anything unusual? I know they work in an office, so I doubt they're an ambulance driver, so who is this person? As you know already, I'm pretty new here. So I probably wouldn't even notice if there was something out of the ordinary. There's just dead bodies all over the place. Ah, but maybe that will help you provide a more objective view than your colleagues. Yes, I suppose so. Do you suspect anyone? I don't want to make false accusations, but there is one thing, as it happens.
What?
The chief physician came to see me a few days ago. She asked me to keep an eye on the janitor.
Who's the janitor?
I don't know who anybody is anymore. We supposedly have a nurse, an ambulance driver, and a janitor, and it doesn't seem like the person we talk to could be any of those.
Could the person? Wait, I think they said the nurse was very emotional, so I think that's the dog, right?
Yeah.
So that means this one is either, but then they're referring to a janitor, so they must be the ambulance driver.
An ambulance driver who works in the office?
Well, maybe you're not always in the
They're
ambulance.
supposed to be
if no
out
one's calling.
doing ambulance. What do you mean? Maybe there's just no emergencies happening.
Yeah, maybe they only drive the ambulance when, someone calls 911.
Everyone, they're out all the time, Frog.
Are they out all the time? We don't know what kind of town this is.
I think he was seen hanging around my floor a few times, heading into the storeroom. Some people suspect him of stealing medication. And have you noticed anything? No, I've never seen him there. But maybe the murder victim caught him in the act. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, truly. The chief physician's story makes me wonder. Do you know how your chief physician felt about her assistant? And where was she today? I don't know what kind of relationship my boss had with the PA. There was some kind of kinky nepotism thing going. Anyways. But she always leaves the building at the same time on Mondays. I think it's because she wants to catch that show about doctors on TV. Which is always on at that time. That's what someone told me once, at least. I don't know if she's a suspect, but I think she's a smart woman. I don't think she would have killed anyone in her own office, where she'd be one of the most obvious suspects. But that's just my opinion. She was cursing her head off when she arrived this morning, too. Because her car broke down. Okay, that story is pretty...
Okay, yeah, that lines up.
Her alibi holds up. I saw them towing it away. You ever speak to the Who is this person?
Well, is Peanut a character then?
I'll talk to her
Because Peanut could also be a
everyone.
character.
You ever speak to the ambulance driver? I've seen him in the corridor a few times. But apart from a friendly nod here and there, we've never really interacted. You also get along with your chief physician? Is this a nurse?
Maybe?
At the risk of sounding like a phony, I respect her very much, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to work under her. I think I can still learn a lot from her. I'll come back to you later. Yes, I'm happy to help if I can. So, new theory. This is the nurse. This might be the janitor, and maybe this is the ambulance driver, but I gotta talk to him to see.
Okay.
I'd love to help, but I've been super busy all morning.
Then it's not... I don't know. This is the new doctor, then. This new person.
Okay, so the bird
is the
boy
new doctor.
is the
Confirmed,
new doctor.
confirmed. There's like no question on that. Mia's
So we
the
have a
chief physician.
doctor, we have the janitor, we have the ambulance driver, and we have the nurse.
This can't be the ambulance driver. So the bird and the dude cannot be the ambulance driver.
So maybe the dude is a janitor?
I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
Where were you at the alleged time? Busy, eh? With what?
Sometime last
Okay, this guy is the janitor, confirmed.
Okay.
Sometime last night the damn pipe in the basement burst again. That's the third
That's not where the apostrophe goes, guys.
That's the third time this month. Not that anyone cares. And everything's always underwater.
Oh, is he cosplaying Gregor?
Poor guy. I mean, you have to act what you know, and he's like the only. But listen, we're at the hospital right now, basically.
Not all janitors are grumpy like him. I'm
So-
sure they're chill ones.
So I spent the whole morning on my hands and knees down there tinkering around. And then I thought, what's this strange object in the water? And hey, presto, I had the murder weapon in my hand. Not that I knew that at the time, obviously.
Sorry,
What's the
what
object?
was
though,
the murder
huh?
weapon? And did you notice anything else?
I don't know, but if this is relevant, but I talked to the guy a lot. Out on the stairs after work. He's the only guy here that smokes apart from me, see? 2 days ago, he was saying some weird stuff. Though, thought someone was following him, stuff like that. I managed to calm him down, told him he was imagining it. Turns out, he wasn't.
All right, thanks for the tip. You suspect anyone, Mr. Janitor?
Maybe the ambulance driver. He was always kind of weird when it came to the PA. Saw him sitting in front of the guy's office again yesterday. Don't know if that helps.
Huh.
Tell me about the new doctor.
I think
Oh my god, so the bird's a lady? Oh my god, I'm getting all twisted.
That means
Frog.
the dog is a boy.
I'm getting all twisted. I don't know who's who anymore. I wish they had like
Yeah.
fucking name tags or something.
I think she's avoiding me, but I don't know why.
Tell me about the chief physician.
Well, I don't think my boss would kill anyone. She has a lot of money and a nice apartment.
Why would she ruin all that? You can ask that to basically anyone who's ever murdered anyone ever.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't see her doing that.
Okay,
Yeah, whatever.
let's go back and see if anyone has any new dialogue since we've.
Why don't you talk to Pina?
Look, there's more stuff. There's more stuff.
Okay, but you can talk to Pina, and she might give you another story.
Fine, I'll talk to her, but. Oh, she is new. She is different. Okay.
Yeah, I tell you, there's like 4 characters.
Is-
it has
is-
to. She
who's
has
Pina,
to be a
the
character.
nurse? 'Cause we heard
she's
that the nurse
either-
and the PA didn't get along.
Well, she's either the nurse or yeah, I think she has to be the nurse. The
I think
nurse, and then ambulance driver, new doctor, and then janitor.
Yeah, in that order. That must be it.
No, I couldn't stand him. But that doesn't make me a murderer. If I went around wanting to murder people, I'd have started actually doing it a long time ago. Not that I'm saying I did.
Not that you found out.
Fact is, he just wasn't a nice guy. Ask the new doctor, she'll tell you.
I don't think the new doctor told us anything about the PA. I don't think they really talked.
Yeah. He really had it in for her.
She didn't say anything about that. You sus.
That's more of a motivation to kill him than I've ever had. Besides, I was on duty on another ward all night. So I couldn't have killed him anyway.
Oh, this is the complete one. Okay. I have some questions for you.
Like I said, I was on duty. I don't know exactly when he was killed. But you're welcome to talk to all the patients on the ward.
There are no patients in the ward. We don't have anybody.
I spent a lot of time there that morning, having a very long conversation with the woman in room 7.
Who's the woman in room 7?
She didn't feel well, and she really wanted to talk to somebody about it. Not to mention giving them her whole life story.
Do you notice anything unusual?
I remember wondering about the light. The light that was on in the chief physician's office. Though that was sometime in the early morning.
Do you suspect anyone?
No, I didn't see anyone. Or, wait. The janitor! I saw the janitor on that floor.
With the murder weapon.
He said he was looking for a ladder for some repair work.
That lines up. He was trying to repair a burst pipe. But he said he was on his hands and knees, so that's very sus.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't help him. I had my hands full myself that morning.
I heard something about that. About what? It has been implied that you might have had a motive after all. Namely, a personal dislike combined with the nursing cuts.
I already told you that I didn't like him. But that doesn't mean I killed him. Being temperamental doesn't mean that I'm a murderer. Yeah, he made the nursing service even worse than it already was. And I could have laid it into him about it then. But did I do it? No. Am I sad that he's dead?
Big fat no. There it is.
No, I'm still not a murderer.
What do you think of the ambulance driver?
I don't know who that is.
Did you never have any contact with each other? You never bothered to learn about her other coworkers.
No, never. You know, a hospital like this is a big place. If I ran around the building all day trying to make friends, do you think what would happen then? We'd have a lot fewer patients and a lot more funerals. That's what.
Busy, busy. How about the chief, the big P?
I mean, she's my boss. What more can I say?
Wow, she really doesn't give a shit about her coworkers.
Yeah. We work on the same ward. The only thing I really remember was that the PA gave her a lot of stick. Most of it uncalled for. But I have no idea if she had a problem with that.
Janitor, the doctor. Well, she seemed to imply the janitor did it.
Yeah. We get along alright. He's quite a nice guy. Not very talkative, but I think we just both enjoy not having to talk for a change. I often think that the hospital would collapse without him.
All right, I'm not done. I gotta go follow up with everybody.
Oh dear, oh dear.
All right. Looks like the janitor lied in his statement. Do you know anything regarding the whereabouts of the janitor today? This is the ambulance driver, right?
Yeah, it's a dude.
The janitor's a suspect? But why would he want to kill my brother? Sorry? This relationship never surfaced on that you were related to the personal assistant. Why did you not tell us such what is seemingly vital information?
This is the improv group. They're improving on the spot.
I always thought he was good-natured, but maybe I was wrong about him too. But didn't he find the murder weapon as well? And he didn't know what it was? If I killed someone, I wouldn't turn the murder weapon over to the police. But who knows what goes on in his head? Could be high on all those meds he stole.
Huh.
How about the doctor?
I heard the news when she first started here, but I've never really talked to her. I don't think she liked her PA very much.
Sorry,
Everyone's
the nurse?
saying that.
Oh, yeah. How about the janitor?
He's a nice guy. We used to smoke together a lot because our shifts synced up so well. They don't sync up so much anymore. But he's pretty reliable and nicer than most of the others.
I think we already asked the opinion on the PO. All right,
Yeah.
let's try to cross-examine everybody again. This is the lady who is also the new doctor.
Yeah.
Do we do the nurse?
I don't remember.
I'll just go through these real quick.
I've seen him in the corridors a few times. But apart from a friendly nod here and there, we've never really interacted.
No help on that. How about the nurse?
I respect anybody who works in nursing. I can hardly imagine the pressure these people must be under. Even though I've heard that some of them don't handle it too well.
How about the janitor? You think he's sus?
I mainly stay out of his way. Since my boss pointed out her suspicions to me. I know she said to keep an eye on him, but I just always get shivers down my spine at the idea of having dealings with a criminal.
Okay. Well, let's see if the janitor folds under his thing. Notice something about the nurse?
You suspect her? Well, when I was on the other ward, she was on duty there, just like she was meant to be. Because of her temper? I always thought it was just a rumor. There's another nurse on the ward who has frequent outbursts of anger. But the nurse dealt with it herself more often than not, because she understood the reasons behind it. I think she just cares a lot about her team. So,
You really were in the basement all morning?
Were you?
I've been asking around a bit here, and several people said they saw you.
What? The nurse saw me? I was just fetching some tools like she thought, honestly. Okay, I wasn't, I confess. I snuck out of the basement, but I didn't kill him. Sometimes I take medication from the hospital. Only a little, it's just also expensive. So sometimes I take things that nobody needs anymore anyway.
But, like, you're obviously not taking them for medical reasons if you're just grabbing them at random.
Uh.
That's why I was in the ward, but that's the only reason.
Stealing medication.
How about the nurse? I saw in the ward yesterday. We didn't talk, but then that's normal for us. She's always busy, really.
Let's see. Busy with what? Burst pipe. Murder weapon. Alright, one more time with the chief physician, and I don't think anyone else is gonna change.
Okay.
Oh, I guess that's it. How about the ambulance?
I don't think I've ever talked to him.
Nobody's talked to this ambulance driver.
Uh,
Oh wait, this is the one
Okay.
that came up twice. How about the
Huh.
nurse?
I mean, she does excellent work, no questions. But her temperament was more of a hindrance than a help. And the PA recently made some nursing
Oh
cuts.
yeah.
Other than that, she was certainly meant to be on duty. But you never know what people are actually up to.
And how about the new doctor?
She hasn't been here long, just a couple months. But she's proven a good fit. I was a little skeptical at first, because I didn't know if she was assertive enough. But it worked out fine in the end. She's normally very reliable. Though I did find a stack of uncompleted files on her desk just today.
Gotta fire her. How about the janitor?
I'll be honest with you. I've always had the suspicion that he was up to something crooked.
He technically is.
He always creeping around everywhere, cropping up where you least expect him. I think he's been stealing, but I don't have any proof yet.
Well, we have a confession. I think that's all we're gonna
Yeah.
get. I'll talk to
Uh,
Pina one last time in case she has anything new. Expect anyone? Did the new doctor really get along with everyone? Because I heard differently.
The new doctor, I don't really know anything about her. I wasn't that interested either. I just overheard that she and the PA clashed a lot. Maybe it had something to do with the fact
Oh.
that they came here from the same hospital.
Maybe she was the real murderer and the PA took the fall, but then he found out and was gonna point the finger at her, and so she had to kill him to silence him.
Oh. The name was similar anyway, but whether they knew each other back then, I have no idea. It's a while since the PA left there. I ran into her several times yesterday. She said she wanted to move some files from her office into other offices.
I think the pieces are starting to get put together, Frog.
Spent all morning carrying boxes around. Well, yeah, and the new doctor was also early too.
Let's just
And
see
the
if
crime
it...
happened early as well.
Let's see. You said you got along with all of them. Yet I've heard differently. I've been reliably informed that you didn't have a good relationship with the murder victim.
I've never tried to hide it. Maybe not everyone knew, but that suited me just fine. Yeah, me and the PA, we clashed pretty often. He didn't always agree with my methods and opinions. And yeah, sometimes that made me angry. But angry enough to kill him? I'd never do that. No one gets along with every single one of their colleagues, and I'm no exception. That's normal.
What was your... It's coming extra early, yeah. Still trying to get up to speed. Anything unusual, new here? Ah, okay, yeah, I said that. There's nothing helpful. I think. Here, I'll. One
I
more.
think it's okay.
No. I think it's the new doctor. It seems pretty damning.
I guess so. I've never really been good at like the whodunit games before.
I don't really play those either, but from what we can tell, obviously the janitor admitted to a crime, so it feels weird to be hiding behind a crime with another crime. Nobody really seems to be sussing the ambulance driver. Nobody even sees the ambulance driver, honestly.
Yeah.
The chief physician couldn't do it because her alibi checked out of being out of the with her car broken down.
And what about the nurse?
The nurse, actually, I think her and the janitor vouched for each other because they saw each other in a different ward.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think it's the new doctor.
Okay,
I think they are the murderer.
we're gonna point the finger at who done it. I've completed my investigation.
What do you think? Can you reconstruct the course of the events?
Oh, sorry, I was just gonna point the finger. I didn't like have a timeline or one of those cork boards that have red lines connecting different pictures. Yes, I'm gonna give it a shot, and I think I can tell you what happened here.
Oh, fantastic. So, who did it?
The case is absolutely clear. There is only one person who could have committed this heinous act. Even though every single one of you had a motive, the solution is crystal clear. I need to give it more thought. The new doctor is guilty. Only one of you didn't have an alibi at the time of the crime. The chief physician wasn't at the hospital at all because her car had broken down. Her only lie was that she did actually like her PA. The car was towed into the parking lot and seen by plenty of witnesses. That leaves 4 other suspects. The nurse's alibi is airtight. She was on duty the entire night, as attested to by several witnesses, including the janitor. And besides, she isn't temperamental at all. In reality, she's covering for someone else on her team. Unlike the janitor, who also had an alibi. Only his alibi was a lie. Yes, he lied, but not because he committed the murder. In fact, he snuck into the nurse's ward to steal medication, which is also illegal, but not the crime we're looking for, Frog.
It's not the crime we're looking for, but it is a crime.
Listen, I'm getting paid to solve a murder. I'm not getting paid to solve someone fucking stealing medication from their own work.
Yeah.
That leaves us with 2 more suspects. The new doctor and the ambulance driver. The ambulance driver had a clear motive. After all, the murder victim was his brother. A brother he didn't love and who didn't want anything to do with him. I didn't get any of that from any of the conversation.
I didn't get that either.
Pulling that from, but I didn't get any of that. However, at the time of the murder, he was sitting outside his brother's office, waiting for
was?
him, as witnessed by the janitor. Sure, I'm sure the janitor said something like that.
Okay. Sure.
Now, all this may seem like a stab in the dark, pardon the pun, but there's only one person who lied about their alibi, and that person is the new doctor. She claimed she was in her office all morning correcting files. Oh, right. The chief physician did say that she still had a stack of files on her desk when she came in.
Yeah.
A rookie mistake. The nurse saw her carrying boxes around the hospital all morning. So why would she lie? The answer is obvious. Because she was the one who committed the murder. Why, you ask? The answer is quite simple. She and the PA had history. And not just any history, she was involved in the incident that lost the PA his previous job and followed him to this hospital, driven by bitterness and revenge. But I still have one question, good doctor. That you committed the crime is clear for all to see. But why did the PA have to die?
I don't know what you're talking about. These are all baseless lies.
I want my lawyer.
I left my office to move some files. It just slipped my mind in the excitement.
So, if we were to look through these files, would we find them completed? You did spend the whole morning on them, after all.
I I admit I had trouble concentrating that morning.
So much trouble, in fact, that you haven't even started on a single one of those files. You claim to have completed. The chief physician noticed this herself. Perhaps you should have come up with a better alibi.
I can't believe you think I'm so stupid. The sheer audacity! My last murder was so challenging that not even the police could solve it, and what should have been my masterpiece was instead attributed to an idiot, and you have the nerve to call me stupid?
You were mad that he got the credit for the murder instead of you? How can you be angry at such a thing?
Then, the last murder?
Aha! And so we are presented with the solution to our riddle. The PA was fired from the hospital where he worked because he was suspected of involuntary manslaughter. But nothing could ever be proven against him because he didn't do it. Ironic, then, that this false accusation has now led to his own demise. You committed the perfect murder, and instead of getting away with it, you followed him all the way here just to get revenge?
You wouldn't understand how an artist's mind works. He stole my work, and when I saw him snooping around the chief physician's office...
What was he doing in the chief physician's office, considering he's never usually there?
I don't know. It became clear he was nothing but a phony. He'd only have done the same thing again, rested on other people's laurels.
Well, you'll certainly have plenty of time to rest on your laurels in prison.
I think we did pretty good.
I think so too. We did good?
Guys,
We did good.
Good rap, guys. You
They're not gonna talk to
good
you.
job. I guess it is the first time we're meeting the statue. So, what did you think of the show? Our only audience. The show? Huh, well, if you can even call all that hammy acting a show, then I'd say it was pretty straightforward. The solution was obvious, of course. That bunch of amateurs made it easy for you. Hey, that's not very nice.
Oh, the
Nice.
wiggly text is the statue talking.
I know.
And the straight text
Niceness
is
has
him
nothing
talking.
to do with it. Is he critiquing himself?
Yeah.
It's all about acting. The only thing that keeps us grounded in this world. Do you have any tips for me? I don't know if it's worth the effort. I can't really spare the time. I must leave now. Farewell. You don't have any tips, do you? Hello? The statue's not answering anymore. That's crazy.
It's just him talking to himself.
Hello, Peanut and Mia.
That was great, Finley.
Oh, sorry. That's all the follow-up you're gonna give me? Yes,
Yeah.
I guess I am great, yes.
Phew, that was exciting. My knees are still knocking. The way you solved the murder? Awesome. I'm gonna get going now.
I feel it's unfortunate that we talked to you the wrong way, because it looks like you're just talking to the air, or you're, like, mad at us or something.
Yeah. What about you guys? I'll stay here in the fresh air for a while longer. Finley, do you have a moment?
Sure.
Alright, get home safe then. Night night, crime busters.
What's up, Mia?
I didn't know it was about a murder. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too much for you.
Well, we weren't the ones who committed it in the play either.
No, this was because we got accused of being a murderer earlier
Yeah.
today.
Maybe we'll get murdered later then, just like the story.
I really enjoyed it though. Without you, I probably wouldn't have come.
Thanks for getting my mind off things.
Finley, I don't know how you're feeling right now. I don't know what it's like when somebody dies on you for the first time. But I have to assume that it'll happen to me sometime too.
I mean, doctors spend their whole life trying to keep perfect statistics, like they'll like drop patients off at another hospital just so it doesn't affect their hospital's mortality rate. It's really messed up.
But that just looks really sus then.
It's
Like
extremely
if you have a
sus.
100% like mortality.
What you think looks sus looks great for shareholders.
That means the shareholders are stupid.
And they're like doctors who will refuse to take a difficult surgery just because in case they mess up, it will mess with their statistics.
Yeah.
It's just how the business goes, Frog. Gotta keep that number high.
I mean, at the same time, I feel like if you're not confident in the surgery, you should refuse to do it.
Yeah, but what if you're like the most experienced one and you're the only one who could do it, but you think that like even if you try your best, it might not be it's like a 50-50 or maybe a 40-60, but no one else in the hospital could do it.
I don't know. I still feel like it's up to the physician to decide if they're comfortable doing it or not. Because you can't really force someone who doesn't want to do something.
That's when you drop them off at the other hospital.
I guess.
Then it's their problem.
You skipped the line.
Oh, I thought you had said the line.
Did I say the line?
I thought you said the line.
Oh, maybe. And I'm pretty scared of it. Terrified, actually.
The previous line, if Froggy didn't say it, said like, I don't know when it's gonna happen to me too, in reference to when someone
right,
dies
yeah,
on her
yeah.
watch. I'm pretty sure you said that.
Okay, I think I did. But it's also part of the job, and a good doctor needs to be able to handle it.
Hey, it might never happen to you. You're a great doctor.
I think that's unrealistic.
It's extremely unrealistic.
But when it happens, I want to be ready.
It's also kind of like a catch-22. Like, the better doctor you are, the harder cases you're gonna get referred to. Then, obviously, no one's batting average is 100.
I guess so, yeah. What are you thinking right now?
Not much. All I want to do right now is sleep.
I mean, is it better to just be a mediocre doctor?
Some people
Then
like
you don't have to deal with
staying
the
there.
stress.
I mean, there's a reason why people specialize to do what they're most comfortable with. Just like how a lot of people who want to make money but still have the title of a doctor tend to go into less life-risking things like dermatology or plastic surgery.
I wanted to be a dermatologist when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that?
You told me you wanted to be a doctor, but I didn't know you had narrowed it down to the specific like speciality.
Yeah, because people ask me, they're like, "What kind of doctor do you want to be?"
Of course, you
I'm
dermatologist,
like,
lots
I
of
don't-
money, low chance of death. It's a great combination.
Well, kid me wasn't thinking about money or death. Kid me was thinking of what piece of the body would I be comfortable looking at all day.
Well, the very top layer that you usually look at all day.
I'm like, well, the skin, I guess.
I guess the skin. I mean, I look at other people's skin all the time. It should be okay when I'm a doctor.
I'm like, I don't want to be looking at people's like kidneys or hearts and stuff. That feels very uncomfortable for me.
What happens
who
when
knows?
someone shows up at your doorstep and they're like bleeding out of the pores of their skin
Oh,
due
that's
to some rare
horrifying.
medical condition? What do you do then?
Actually, aren't like STIs really like horrifying to look at too?
I don't know. I have
Does it get like
neither.
warts and stuff?
I have neither seen one nor had one, so I am the least knowledgeable person on this. But
You know, there's the internet, right? You can just Google this. And
you think
look at the pictures
you think I'm
yourself.
just chilling out after work, after I've had a long, hard day at work, you know, slaving away all day on the computer? You think, oh, I need a break. You know what I should do? I should Google up what STIs look like. That'll
What
really
does
make me
chlamydia
feel
look like?
that'll really make me feel better.
What does a herpes look like on a schlong?
What-
Let's look at pictures
let
of
me look-
herpes schlong.
Well, let's see how badly things can go.
What do you mean?
what
Aren't
do
you
you-
ever curious about what it looks like?
What are you searching up in your spare time? I hate to see what your Google history looks like.
Just in case, you know, you encounter one in the wild, you can tell the other person, hey, I think you have this.
Froggy's history is like, you know, chlamydia, HIV, STIs, how to be dermatologist. That's just your search history.
And then you can also identify skin cancer.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, you got a little bit of skin cancer on your chin.
Not really sure. You should. Yeah, everyone on WebMD thinks you have cancer. It's all cancer. Hey, Froggy, is your mouth hurting right now? Probably cancer.
No, but skin cancer is actually super common, and it's actually
Probably
super common to
cancer.
remove too, because you just like cut it off or laser it off.
Well, it's on the skin. That's generally not very invasive.
Yeah, I guess it's
when
true.
it's on someplace you need, like your pancreas, then it's very bad.
Yeah. And thank you for joining in. I wouldn't have had the nerves to go for it without you.
I'm just thinking of Froggy sitting at home alone, searching up pictures of chlamydia.
Chlamydia on schlongs.
That's all. That's
Oh,
all.
so that's
Just
what it
in her
looks
spare
like.
time, she's lounging,
Wow.
leaning back, going like, yeah, this looks all pretty bad.
It's like, whoa, this one's black. Oh, it's got warts all over it.
You'd be like, what's wrong with this worm?
This one looks blue. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Did you already read this?
I wouldn't have had the nerves for it without you.
You're unsure, so you just read it a second time.
Why not? Maybe you'll want to do it again in the future. But next time, I want to be the detective.
I'd be honored to have you solve my murder.
Hehe.
I don't know what we're answering for this.
What the heck does I want to keep going even mean? Like,
That's
keep
why I
talking?
don't know. I can keep. I want to keep going. What, with being a doctor?
Sure. Keep going.
Keeping going.
Keeping going.
What is that? Nobody did the Mia route.
Nobody did. Maybe that's what it's all about in the end. Moving on. I want to keep going too.
You don't want to keeping going?
Keeping going. With life here in Porcupine, I mean. I think I like it here. The people, the little streets. The hibernation festival was great. I think I could feel at home here. Especially with a partner in crime like you. Let's make sure that as few people die here as possible. That's the deal.
And let's not hire anybody who comes with a sus background from another hospital.
Yeah. Deal?
Yes. Deal. Oh, that's actually a nice ending point for this video. This has been Nick and Froggy with the Nick and Froggy video, where
Froggy
it starts
and
with
Nick.
Nick and ends with
Froggy
Froggy.
and Nick.
And we'll see you guys next time on the next part. Solved a little mystery case. Maybe Finley got a little bit of closure, but it didn't really seem like it helped that much. At least it distracted him from the imminent parts, but we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
See you guys soon.
It's Froggy. She's the culprit. Get her. Take her away,
No,
cops.
it's Nick. It's obviously Nick.